Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, the Ultimate Rage, and I'm just gonna keep this short and sweet. Um, so the election is upon us, right? And a lot of people have, all type of opinions about everything, and you know, everybody has their own views about who to vote for, whether to vote or not, and all this type of stuff. And the reason why I bring this up is because at the end of the day, um, you're gonna vote for who you vote for. And so the biggest thing is that I started reading this article earlier about what a fuck boy is, and they started talking about these different archetypes. Now I didn't complete the article because once they started explaining this one type, I was pretty much done with it. They started talking about, how one type of fuck boy is the type that like is probably in the conspiracy theories and they probably don't vote, or they probably will write in Kanye, and they probably love B.O.B. and blah 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 blah. Now, um, we can disagree about a lot of things. I'm not a big conspiracy theory person at all. Uh, I'm not writing in Kanye, and I'm not that big of a fan of B.O.B. He's a solid rapper, but he has clearly a bunch of crazy views. But who doesn't? The reason I bring this up is because, like, if you want to vote for Kanye, if you want to vote for yourself, you want to write in anybody, you want to do anything, who am I to tell you that you can't do that? You know what I'm saying? So essentially, what I want to say is 2020 is the new 1984. It's been 1984 all this time, but it really is now. When you see all these commercials, when you see all of these, like, ads about you need to get out the vote, you hear all these athletes and all these celebrities talking about you need to go vote. It's 1984 because they don't really mean just go vote. They want you to vote Democrat. Now, look, I'm not mad at the Democratic Party, doing what they got to do because it's them marketing their brand, and that's what they're going to do. But what I hate is people who are clearly going to vote Democrat, people who are clearly openly Democrats, telling people that they need to go out and vote. But if you tell them you're going to vote in the way that they don't like, aka not voting Democrat, they'll shame you, they'll attack you, they'll talk to you about how you're wasting your vote, or that you're voting for Trump. Any vote that's not for a Democrat is a vote for Trump. All of these logical jumps that they make, which are essentially disgusting and straight up just propagandistic, if you ask me. If you really care about democracy, you're not going to attack people for who they vote for. I disagree with damn near everybody about everything. And I'm willing to talk about all that stuff. You feel me? So it doesn't matter whether or not you want to vote for Democrats, Republicans, Green Party, Blue Party, Yellow Party, whatever you want to vote for. Your vote is your vote. Now, the biggest thing is that people will say like, "Oh well, if you don't vote a certain way, how can you expect to get the things you want?" And I really have a problem with this because at the end of the day, most people who say that want you to vote a specific way, and they feel that if you vote this way, clearly you're going to get what you want. But here's my thing. I used to be a Democrat for a long time. The past, I would say from, since the time I was able to vote to about 2016. And I voted for, well, when Obama first took office, I didn't vote for him, but I donated because I couldn't vote because I was in school. But I donated to his campaign, and I was super happy he won. I literally actually teared up watching it in my apartment at school, seeing the inauguration. And mind you, I'm a Chicagoan, so I was like, man, I wish I could be in Grant Park right now. I was in Michigan at school, but those 8 years, the things that I wanted did not happen. Finding a job was difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like finding any kind of success in life was super difficult for me. And even though, 2012, I actually did vote for Obama and he got his second term, the things that I wanted to see, I didn't see. changes in healthcare, improving socioeconomic conditions for citizens, helping out with the crime in Chicago, whatever the case may be. Those things didn't happen. And those things haven't happened. And in fact, if you look at the history of the Democratic Party, even though they've definitely done some good things, I'm not going to deny that, they've also done some very terrible things. And my whole thing is, if I'm going to vote for a person, if I'm going to vote for a party, I want to vote for who I think will do the best job in fixing our country. I say all of this to say that at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter who you vote for, depending on your situation. Like, okay, if you're doing well in life already, regardless of Trump being in office, there's really nothing that you really have to care about other than, like, you know, who's in office and just little certain things, because you're already well off, you're already doing okay in life. So really, a lot of the people who are anti-Trump are people who just don't like his rhetoric. And mind you, I'm a progressive, I'm a strong leftist. I'm not the furthest left, but I'm pretty decently left. I'm not a fan of Trump at all. I'm not a fan of Republicans at all. I have no intention ever of voting for any right-wing candidate ever. That's just me. But with that being said, Democrats aren't the most left wing either. They don't push for a lot of the things that I want. And even if they do, they don't push as hard as I feel like they should be. And so that's the reason why I don't support Democrats. And so I'm voting for the Green Party. There is nothing anybody ever could say to me to change my mind. In fact, anything you have to say negative towards me is going to make me vote for them more and make me just push it out more, because I'm sick of all of this propaganda about, like, you need to vote, but if you don't vote Democrat, you're wasting your vote, you're doing this, you're doing that. Fuck all of that. That's garbage. At the end of the day, I'm going to vote for who the hell I want to vote for. And even with that, this entire system of governance is antiquated, it's old. It was created during a time when we didn't even have cars, we didn't have airplanes, we didn't even have basic communication. That's the reason why we have representatives. And so at this point in time, our our system of governance has become so corrupted and super inefficient that we can't trust our representatives to do what we need them to do. So let's say I was a Democrat, but I'm a leftist and I believe in all of these left wing things. Unless I'm super party loyal and I'm just in agreement with everything they do, like, I'm not gonna agree with everything they do. Like, even as a Democrat, like I said earlier, I didn't agree with everything Obama did. And as a matter of fact, I disagree with a lot of what he did. Like, this is not the type of president I want that's gonna do all of these terrible things. Like, I'm a leftist. You know what I'm saying? I believe in peace. I believe in love. I believe in us coming together and being able to coexist as people, because we're all one race, and that's the human race. So I feel like I should support a party that reflects that. I don't need to support a party that's all about spreading propaganda, that's about attacking the other side, or that's about putting down people for voting who they vote for just because they didn't vote for who I want them to vote for. Like, I feel like everybody should vote for the Green Party. But, like, a lot of people disagree with me, but that's okay. We can have that conversation if you want. I'm perfectly happy with having this conversation. But at the end of the day, I'm going to vote for who I'm going to vote for. And you're not going to do anything to change that unless you can actually convince me with solid reasoning, logic, evidence-based facts that your position is better than mine. And most of you fucks can't do that, won't do that. In fact, instead of trying to have an actual real discussion, y'all try to attack me, attack people like me, and I'm not cool with that. I'm not with none of that. So I'm in the process of putting together a book discussing how we can fix this system and how we can get things to where we need them to be. It's 2020 and we still don't have health care. We still have all these issues with crime and poverty and hunger and homelessness. And I don't see the Democratic Party doing anything to actually work towards curbing those things. In fact, they've done many things historically to exacerbate those things. And so I support the Green Party. I'm not a Green Party loyalist, but I feel that their platform mostly aligns with my views. So that's why I'm voting for them as a leftist. The Green New Deal. Fuck the Democrats bullshit Green New Deal. I'm talking about the actual Green Party's progressive Green New Deal. That's what I'm about. If you disagree with that, fine. Let's have a discussion. I'm so like I said, I'm working on this book. It's called The Manifesto of Theseus. I'm gonna get into that later, but I'm working on that. I'll be it's already written. I just got to finish the editing process, putting together the artwork for it, and figuring out the marketing and all that stuff. And I'm gonna put out there, but I'm just letting y'all know now. So um, follow me on uh, Twitter, Instagram at the Ultimate Rage. Follow me on Facebook. Look up the Ultimate Rage. Uh, Subscribe, all that. Be on the lookout for this book I got coming up called The Manifesto of Theseus. And yeah, OD9, baby. We coming soon. Holla at your boy. Peace.